I'm gonna be blunt. If your local business isn't ranking and you've already tried improving things with content, backlinks, reviews, citations, so on and so forth, and nothing seems to work, there's probably one technical SEO mistake that you're making that's killing everything that you're doing, and no one's checking it. So let's get into it. I audit local SEO sites every single week. Anything from plumbers, lawyers, medical spas, contractors, B2B businesses, anything you can think of. And I see the same exact technical issues popping up over and over again. There's one primary one though that I find constantly. And today we're going to talk about what that issue is, why it's so bad and harmful for a local SEO, and what you can do to fix it. So here's usually what happens. A business owner will focus on blog posts, landing pages, and optimizing their GBP, all of which on their own are important and they're necessary in local search. But Google cannot rank you if it isn't able to crawl and understand your content to begin with. So though from the surface, a website might look fine and ready to go, underneath the surface, there can be technical issues that are actually causing the site to work against itself. The mistake is a broken or a misused canonical tag. And when used incorrectly, it can 100% wipe out your local ranking potential. And the main reason is because a canonical tag tells Google which version of a page is the real one. Which version of the page should they prioritize and actually serve up to your users. And when you use them improperly, it can cause Google to completely de-index your pages, to ignore your location pages, and even serve up the completely wrong page or resource for your users. So I mean, I've seen websites where literally all of their money pages, their location pages, have a canonical tag that points back to their home page, which in the eyes of Google, that says those money pages, those location pages don't exist. They should instead, when they're analyzing those URLs for those service pages, look to the home page, which completely wipes out the visibility in search for those money pages. So things like this need to be addressed. Now you can actually check this for yourself. All you have to do is go on your website to the page you want to inspect, look at the page source, and search for rel equals canonical. And if it's not the current URL that you're looking at, then you know that you're telling Google that page that you're on doesn't need to be ranking. So if that is happening on any of your pages that aren't getting search results or aren't ranking, you know that's likely one of the main causes and it needs to be fixed. Now, this type of an issue is very harmful for local search, and the main reason why is because local SEO is mainly just page-specific SEO. That's really all that it is. Google relies heavily on your GBP and it aligning with your service pages. So if you do not have canonical tags dialed in properly, you don't have the relevance dialed in properly on your landing pages, and your user intent isn't dialed in properly, then you are not going to be seen as relevant, and you won't show up in the maps packs, you won't show up highly on page 1 or page 2 or even page 3, you're just not going to show up at all. So you have to make sure that you have all things technical and on page dialed in. So Google can not only say that, okay, you are relevant for this service, you can be a competitor for the map pack, for the top 5 positions, 10 positions. And even more importantly, the way that you can use your GBP to leverage all of the relevance there into the local pages that you want to rank, the service pages, location landing pages, is by making sure that your GBP says the same things that your service pages will say. So if you can connect in terms of relevance, those two, your service pages, your landing pages to your GBP, you will be more likely to win map rankings. But if you don't have things like your canonical tag dialed in first, you are never going to be in the map pack. You're never going to be on page 1, and that's something that has to be dialed in before you can really talk about climbing up the ladder in terms of rankings. Fixing these issues is relatively fast. It can be anywhere from 10 to 30 minutes per page. It just depends on the build that you have, the complexity. But if there are CMS collections involved, you want to make sure that the canonical tags are resolved properly in the CMS settings. You want to make sure that there's no plugin conflicts. You want to make sure that every landing page, every local page is self-canonical, meaning that its canonical tag points to itself, unless you have a reason to point to a different page, but that should be your main service page, your page you want to rank and search in the first place. This is a very quick fix, but that is something that cannot be overlooked whenever you're trying to get your local pages to rank. If your local rankings feel stuck and you're not really sure why, it's almost always technical issues like this. So if you want me to personally audit your website and check for issues like this, check the link below. And if this helped you, hit subscribe. These types of things, these types of improvements are exactly what moves local SEO forward. So until next time, have a good day.